Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to bring over blog posts from Instagram, different captions on Instagram, and put them on the website as a blog post. So this is the backend of Squarespace. You have all your different websites here. You're going to click on Nucci. That's going to take you to the Nucci website. Then you're going to go to Pages, and then to Blog, and then this is going to pull up your whole tab of different blog posts. As you can see, I've brought in a couple so far, but this is like very few of them. So I will click Add a New blog post, and that's going to open up this page editor here. It will load. 4 hours later. And then we'll go here to Sheila's account. And then I'll click on a post, and some of these I think are long enough that they're kind of like blog content, if you will. Some of them you'll kind of see are really short and like don't need to be put on as a blog. But some are longer and it's like, oh, that would be great on a blog. And so I'll just go through, I'll copy the caption. I'll put it in here. I'll kind of read through it to see what it's about. Jing Energy. You'll kind of learn a lot about the brands as you read this stuff too, and about what they talk about. Then I'll hit Command-Shift-4, and I've never screen recorded and screenshotted at the same time. Let's see if this works. And I'll screenshot it, and I'll go over here and I'll add an image, and I'll just drag it in there. If you let it like hover here and then drag it in before it like saves it to your desktop, it won't go to your desktop, and so it won't like take up you won't have like a whole bunch of photos on your desktop, which is nice. Then I will add a caption. And these file names, I kind of like to think about doing it in a way that it's like tagged with keywords, and so like I think I was mentioning last night.
Yes, Paige talked about this in the course, adding important keywords so that even just the images will pop up in search results.
Yep. Exactly. So honestly, maybe this should be Jing Energy with Sheila of Nucci. Something like that. I think this is kind of a tough one to do. And then I'll bring it kind of into a better spot. Let's see if we can get it to go down there. Sometimes Squarespace is just annoying and doesn't like to behave. So I'll add 2 spacers to kind of be able to tell it where I want it to go. And I'll drag it underneath there, and then I'll drag the text up next to it, and then I'll delete it. And boom. Publish it. And then I'll do another one. And I'll just go through that again for example. Skip that one. This is the one that we would want to put on there. Go in here, kind of read through it. Like how Chinese medicine looks at anxiety disorders. Or like Chinese medicine, I don't know.
And anxiety disorders.
And then add an image there. Go here, screenshot this. Why you do that? Okie dokie. Boom. Drag her on over. I don't think it's necessarily good to like name them the same thing, but like having those different keywords and in there. I don't really like this being stacked quite like this. I really want it to kind of come on up now. Go there. I want this to be like the text to wrap around this photo. So I want to drop it in a specific place, like where it's gonna, see, why is it doing that? This is why 7.1 is not the best yet, because it doesn't do what I asked it to do. You suck. Boom. Still, I want it to wrap and go full.
You could split it into 2 text
That's true.
blocks.
This is true. Great idea. Boom. Perfect. And then I'll go through and delete the extra spacers we don't need. And voila. Maybe we'll even move this over here. Cool. And then publish it. And I don't want to be reminded that it's done. Great. Cool. Kind of just going through these again, not long captions, so it's not doesn't need to be on there. This is kind of like a longer caption, but it's kind of not her own content, so maybe we would skip that one. This one is good, just a little short thing. So adding another. Also, if you wanted to like switch between tabs without using your mouse, if you hold down Command and Option and go with the arrows, you can just like tab between, which is really nice. And then honestly, for something like this, I would prefer it not to have that little like thing where it says shows who is tagged in it, but it's fine for this purpose. Reishi mushroom. Tea and talk. Something like that. Boom. Easy peasy. Publish. And that's really all you need to do. Beautiful. And then these will all kind of like populate here when you click on the blog page. Your newest content is going to just start populating in here. Another thing I could have you do, but I kind of figure honestly just getting this in is going to be super, super helpful. But if you do want to add a thumbnail, you're going to go over here to options, and then again just screenshotting that's the reason it's nice to have it like go onto your desktop, is because then you can like put it in 2 places, but sometimes I'm lazy and I just screenshot it twice. It just kind of depends on what you want to do. But once you allow it to add a thumbnail and then save it, the images that we set as a thumbnail will actually come up here. And I'm going to reset this so that it'll come in as a 1x1 square, so it won't like cut off any of the images.
Okay.
But once we kind of have all that content in there, I'll be able to reformat everything in a way that looks good.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll have all of this content that should be housed in both places, which will be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Let me know if you have any questions. That should be straightforward, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.